Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Today we're going to do some more robots, but we're not going to do humanoid ones. We're going to do some flying, thinking it's a hall monitor for my boarding school. But I think we are going to start with the humanoid robot form because I think I like the head and some of the top parts, and we'll cut it apart and then probably rig it ourselves. So let's see. Let's go with the robot designer and start it. I don't super care, honestly, but that'll be fine for our starting point. And the editor, we're mostly focusing on the head and this upper part here. First thing I'm gonna go with body is muscular to give us a bit wider. Yeah. And then head. I don't know. Let's just try different seeds. Nah, not that into that head form. General. Sure, shape. I'm gonna go with basic shape. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, we'll go with the basic shape. Jaw shape, front flattening. Yeah, we're gonna kind of pull it in a little bit. Offset, forward. Yeah, that's cool. Inclination, so we can bring it up or down. I think we want it up. Okay. Ears. I'm just gonna make them a little higher. I'm just gonna adjust where they are, which I can later, I think, on this one. Fine. Eyes. Pair of camera lenses. I think we're gonna do that. Forward. Lateral offset. Let's vertical offset. Let's take them like about there. Kind of digging that. Get more subdivisions. Ooh. Crazy. That's kind of funky. Spikiness. Too much spiky. Skull extensions. None. Jaw extensions. None. I'm gonna go down like that. It's kind of good. Neck is going to be just basic cylinder, I think. Well, that's kind of boring. We'll do that. Definitely want the neck guard. I like that. Plates. Turn off plates, turn on plates. On plates. Cool. Yep. Now I want to go to the body. I want to just try something here. And plates. Turn off the chest plates. No. Okay, so it's. I was hoping my neck thing would fix, but I can just symmetrify it on my own. How do I feel about that as a starting point? Not bad. Let's keep playing though. Do we want to give it rabbit ears? Or yeah. Yes, no. I think no. Horns, no. Extra plates, yes. so much seed. Cool. These pair of camera lenses, symmetrical random lens. Ooh, that's kind of weird. No. Pair of camera lens. We're just going to go with that. Keep them from looking too terribly scary. Okay. And we're not going to worry about any of the materials or anything else. We're just going to finish this robot because we only want that top part. Now, robot model, animation data, that, Alt-P, clear parent. Cool. Yeah, just delete this because we just want to bring him into that RX90. And he's huge, isn't he? Yeah. S.01. Now he's human sized again. Roughly. Okay. Control A, all transforms. Now let's edit this bad boy. Actually, before even that, Alt X, let's mirror this guy. Yes, that is how we want. And apply all. Cool. Now, we're gonna have to just get rid of a bunch of parts. And I think the easiest way to do that, L, L, L. Cool. Cool. Now, we can grab that. All that. Cool. Good deal. I could keep that this time, actually. Mirror it that way. Apply all. We're back to having just the head now. I don't know what that piece is. We're getting rid of it. Okay. Now, kind of channeling the Spybot from Mall a little bit, I think. There we go. Shift A, mesh. Let's go with a cylinder. Yeah. I think just scaling it in general. Okay. Rotation scale tab 3. Scale that out. Let's just do this. Yeah. Cool. Remember that. And then inset E, inset scale E, scale, inset E. Like in something like that. Okay. Then inset a bit bigger. I think the head might be too big still. Or we need to make everything else bigger. So I guess we could do that. I think that's better. Okay. Now, we're going to want to give him some arms and stuff, but let's kind of jump in on here. Inset, inset. Okay. And we go. I'm going to mirror it this way. And that tab, we can grab PZ. Not quite yet. There we go. Now, no. There we go. Jeez. Cool. And I actually think I keep changing my mind, but let's scale it in some more. I keep changing my mind, but that's all right. We're allowed to do that. Yeah. Maybe part of the problem. Is that better? I think that is better. That neck was just too long. Okay. Nice. The other robot I want to kind of look at is the one from Black Hole. Robbie was his name. Vincent. Yeah. Both of these two. Those guys. Something like that's kind of neat. Although I mean they're kind of dorky looking, but you know the vibe is there. So if we're looking at that from those guys' perspective, then this thing here, E scale, yeah. That's kind of cool. Maybe that's a good body form for us. Let's just turn off that picture. And let's go ahead and save. New 260515. Let's see. Dorm. Well, hall monitor robot. Okay. I think we have to do some kit bashing now, get some neat parts in there, which will help us kind of maybe inspire towards doing something else with it too. Let's see, if we bring this in. Kind of like that part. Let's see, RY180. That's kind of neat. I'm kind of into that. That feels fun. Further down like that. Yeah, that's even better. I'll have to fill up that back part, but we can do that right now. Just grab that whole intersection here. And X faces. So now can I go out and just get, yep. Gonna get rid of these parts. No. I guess it's still connected up the top, maybe? Yeah, I guess it is. All right, well, that's fine. I mean, we can let it be connected. It doesn't matter. In fact, we're going to just come back. Great. And E, Z. That one up too high. Come on. 3, E, G, Z. Okay. And I'll just take this part down. Or even just get rid of it. But now I'll just take it down. Cool. Save. That's kind of fun. It gives us some parts to look at. We can even do some more. Let's try this one now here. Scale it down. And let's see if we can put it up on the side here. Sure, it went the other way, but whatever. Scale it in. Oh, I'm on. There we go. That's why it's being weird. Something like that. Let's see. Can live with. Now, let's give it some kind of more functional looking parts right now. Let's try this. Kind of into this. Let's take this part, scale it in and longer. That feels fun. I like that guy. Jar connectors here. Select hierarchy, mirror it to the other side. Nice. I have not decided if we're going to rig this guy or not because he doesn't have to walk. He could just sort of hover around and we might not need to for what we're doing, but we could certainly rig him. That's working for me nicely. And I like these connector parts. Let's try this here. Curious. RX90. Something like that. Scale it a bit more. And a bit smaller. So it kind of fits more there. Let's see. Bring it out so it's 7.9. Let's look. We got that kind of interesting divot there. So that looks like it could be a good place to put this right here. So mirrors that to that. Cool. Let's just mirror it. He's starting to feel better. And then we could connect something to that, which we kind of would want to, wouldn't we? Let's see here. RX90, no, Alt G, Alt R. Scale it down, one, bring it up. Okay, let's see. RZ. It's gonna kind of hide those parts, but that's fine. I'm into that. We can do the little, I can speak, black hole thing now. If we do this, something like that. I can get rid of that part. Cool. Actually, I'm just going to mirror it that way. Perfect. Apply all. To there. Almost a little too big, but I kind of like it. I might have to shrink this whole section down. Yeah, that's better. That is better. I'm going to rotate it kind of like that too. Yes. Cool. I mean, I'm not sure I'd say it's super cool, but it'll work for what we want. Scale that down. Right that way. Apply all. RX 180. I don't know. Sure. Let's bring it in. Looks like I actually did pretty well on it, but let's see. 1, Shift S2. Object, set origin to 3 cursor. Shower sheet origin. There we go. Scale it out a little bit. Fun repulsor thing. Kind of fun. Sure. And all those, not the body. Join together. Cool. Giving him a little repulsor bot things. Kind of feeling that. We could even, let's see. RZ. Bring that forward. Now if we take that whole thing now, or that way. Yeah. Makes him feel a little less kind of scary, maybe. I don't know. He still feels very squat. I still feel like this might even be too big still. Take him down more. That feels better. Just feels kind of malformed a little bit, but that might actually be okay. I have to work on this center section. Um, Again, let's take his head and bring it down more. Yes. Then we can even come to here, 3, and bring that down more. Yeah, that helps us a bunch. Cool. And then we could Shift D, GZ, no, O. Do the like, again, the Star Wars thing. Bevel that down. It's all right. I mean, we have to clearly finish filling in his head or doing something on it, but do we want it to be centered on his head or on the body, or his head centered on the body? Maybe that's part of our problem too. That feels better, I think. And here, tab 3. Cool. Select outer. He's got a very kind of shower cap look going on there now. I don't know. We'll keep trying with it, see what we get to. That's kind of cool. Yeah, he's working along. Getting something fun there. Let's save again. What's this connection? Looks kind of neat. Oh, it's like a axle. Do we want to use it for something? I think we might. Bring it back to like there. Scale it in a bit more, which means bring it back a bit more. So like it's sticking out like that. That's fun. Okay. And then do we have arms we want to give him? Maybe. Let's see what this connection looks like. Jesus. Looks cool. That's what it looks like. Does it look? It looks badass. All right. Scale that down. Can kind of fake line it up here. Don't ask how it works. Well, you know, it would be too hard to make it work. Then this one to here. How long have you using Blender? I think I started very basically with it in 2019, so like 7 years. Oh yeah. I've been using it professionally since 2019. Or since, yeah, season 2 of Snowpiercer. So, okay. That's sort of fun. And do we give him a hand? And we want to rotate this whole thing. This and this. Or let's see, this is what? Connection. Select hierarchy. I'm just going to join it together. Cool. And then this. Select the hierarchy. And join it together. And then join it with this thing. Great. Then this. Cool. Good deal. That worked. I like this guy. He's looking fun. Give him a hand or two, something kind of wonky. Definitely not a humanoid hand, but see if this one works. Yeah, that'll work. Let's rotate it. Scale it down. Cool. We're not going to spend too much time thinking about how that connects. Not right now, anyway. But that's a cool looking hand. We'll join it to that body. We got that arm's all there. Fun. Let's cover that panel up. We just did ourselves, I think. Yeah. 2, fill. And here. Come on. Fill. Now we don't have to worry about how the hand connects. Feels all right. Let's mirror it. He's funky. He's not a friendly looking fellow, but I think he could work. Let's save. Let's do a little bit. I think we've done enough kit bashing for right now. Let's do a little bit of tweaking to the body. It is mirrored. Good. Let's see. Cool. I like those. Let's try that. Shift Q. Turn off dynamic scale on that. Random panels. Let's just see what it gives us. Panels. Guts. Ooh, neat. Those aren't good, but you know, hey. Seed. And just a little thicker, maybe. Which is fine. Yeah, that fixes that. That gives us just some cool little details there. I like that. I like having that little hole underneath it too. I think that's fun. Let's come back to the here part now and grab that. Essentially the parts that are not I will do that one later. Okay, those seem good. Panels. No, I think the same cut detail. Yeah, it'll cut it back down to like 0.01, a bit smaller in on that one. I don't have strong feelings of what they should look like, to be honest. So I'll probably just go with what it gave me that time. It's a little lazy, but you know, whatever. I'm liking this so far. Now this ring here, I think we will go smaller. That looks good. Panels, cuts 2.05, 0.01. Yeah. Now we're cooking. Okay. Then let's see, back again. Grab that whole thing. Random tubes this time. Let's go with like 25. And they need to be smaller. Width of 0.05. Yeah, 0.01. Sure. Offset max of 0.05. And can you give us anything else? Let's make them smaller. Oh, we need to cut too, probably. Yeah, and we do want to make them smaller. Let's see. No path, just kind of go. Angle 45. Sure. One more. It's getting some good random pipage in there. Take up to like 100. I think we can do it now. Yeah, it'll give us more. Can we do one more cut? That feels pretty good. Cool. Save. No, I think we need some of his headpiece. It definitely needs to mirror. And those three together. I can even do one more. Let's do all, not those, or those, or those. And we can do this one too, though. Okay. Shift Q, panels. All right. Let's see. Cuts. Give it a cut. Ooh, that's cool looking. I very much like that. Okay. Just kind of added enough bling to him that he looks like he's legit, essentially. I don't know that I like seeing his head through the top. No, just want. Okay. L sharp. Yes, there we go. And G said. Oh. There we go. Just push that down in. When in doubt, hide shit. That's looking pretty cool. Now, here on this bad boy here, I'm going to take... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Q, circle. Not curve extract. Undo. Q, circle. There we go. E, individual origins, scale, come into like that. Fun. Great. Sharp now. That looks cool. Yo, Cobble. Let's see. Let's see. What else we want to do with it? That looks cool, though. I'm into that. This bad boy here. Oh, that's that center thing. Minus, plus. E, N. Just to give us something else. Nice. And again, trying to make it kind of ours versus just kit bashing, even if we just change a few things, just so like it's like, I don't recognize that part anymore. Well, great. That's what we wanted. I don't want you to recognize that part. Ooh, that's cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, there you go. Alrighty. You know, like we're just gonna, you can get in danger of over blinging these guys too. He's getting real close to that. I think I like him. I just want to take this part now and set it up just a bit. There we go. Just to give us that. Cool. And then we're going to get rid of L. I'll just do this to it, I suppose. I want to keep it. I don't hate it. I'll just keep it like that. Sure. Fine with me. Cool. Now, I think we can just kind of join them all together and start materializing them. I'm just going to save and let's see. What do we want to do? Grab all this stuff. Set the camera. And M, new collection, parts. Yeah, hard surface is fun. I mean, so is organic, honestly. It's kind of all just cool as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so we got the separate parts if we ever want them again. Now, Shift D, M, new collection, bot. Turn off parts. There's bot. Object. Convert everything to mesh. Oh, I guess the one that we don't have necessarily is any pipes. How do we feel about that? Join it all together. We have no, or like cables. We have no cables. I think maybe we want a cable or two. It's just kind of sort of necessary. We got this thing that makes a good cable point. So put that there to like here. That's kind of fun. I like it. Let's mirror it. We could add a few more. You can overbling these really easily too, but there. I don't know. That rotates. We wouldn't want to put it on something that rotates. There. Sure. Just a couple little ones. We can always add more later if we want to, too. I suppose. Shift D, M, parts. Convert to mesh. And join together. Okay. Let's see what this monstrosity looks like in materials. Pretty monstrosity looking. Yeah. Okie dokie. How many materials has he got? Not many. And our initial robot material, which I kind of don't hate, but I don't think we're going to use it on much. His eyes are definitely going to do that. I like those eyes, so let's keep those. And the other stuff we can change, I think. Okay. Nothing material. Let's start with, I don't know. He's not necessarily supposed to look dirty because, I mean, he's a working robot. So, these holes are kind of neat, I guess, but I think we're going to go plastic paint. I'm just going to give him a paint job. I think the default is going to be battleship. Yeah. At least initially, I think that looks pretty okay. Let's move that up over. I'm just going to get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. And we'll grab parts again if we want to, but so many parts. Okay. And we are going to change the material too, so it's not a big deal. Tab. I'm going to go plus assign robot material, just because I like those eyes. I'm going to rename it to eyes. I could spell would be better, but you know, hey, whatever. And remove that one. There we go. Very, very simple so far. Edgeware is good, but again, he's not a grunge robot. He works in a rich kids boarding school, so a little edgeware is necessary, but too much would feel weird. I wish I had done all those cables earlier. Whatever. Okay, well, we do what we do. I think it might be okay anyway. Let's see. Let's give it a bit of metallic. That helps us out already a ton. Might be a little dark. In all honesty, let's bring him up a bit. Yeah, he's like that color. He's a Terminator now. And we could give a bit of wear and tear. Let's do it just a tad. Let's go with it's not even going to be edge wear. It'll just be dirt in the holes. Ambient occlusion. And how do we want to do it? Mix color. There. And multiply. Into there. It gives us some. Might actually be enough. Color. Yeah, we're getting some. Good. Okay. And we'll give them a few more colors too. And things. But let's see. This is again where I wish always when you make things, you don't make it all one, and you're like, I wish I hadn't done that yet, but it's fine. Plus metal, not ergo metal, just metal, and matte steel. Okay, and tab. L. Oh. Assign. Cool. Let's see. Yeah. Now let's mirror him to make sure. Okay. So we can just make some parts a little bit brighter. Kind of almost at random. It really doesn't matter. Let's get that. And let's do all these. Cool. Assign. Cool. Just to give us, sort of something interesting to look at occasionally. And we take that and make that steel. That's going to do for us. That's all right. Yeah. And then coplanar. I don't like the other part. I wasn't sure about unless we make the whole thing. Let's see. Make this whole thing steel. That could be okay. That is okay. Now, let's see. 1 plus assign. I don't know what color to make it. We're going to make it beer glass. And we'll change that colors to greens, I think. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then, how do we want to do this? Shift D. Individual origin scale, right? Yes. Plus assign, and we'll give it, I don't know. No real need to do it this way, but that, although I might change it to blue. Okay. And then this L and this L and plus assign new translucent. Make it kind of, actually, shading. We'll do it with the shader. Okay, just get rid of that. Search translucent, transparent. Make shader. Yep. Mostly translucent, just a little bit of transparent, and a color of blue. Yeah, more. That's fine. Great. And then engine emission 25. Yeah, there we go. That feels pretty good. Nice. This bad boy here. Oh, right. Shift G, coplanar. Just that, yep. Plus assign battleship mat. Again, we're going to make it its own thing. That would be white mat. Okay, come on. And where's our base color? Come on. Oh, right, I changed it. That's why it's off. It's like, what? Base color, make it brighter. Cool. Not exactly white, but lighter. Cool. And then kind of do the same thing up here with this. L. you not assigning? Okay, you did a white mat 01. That's what it should be called. So why you didn't assign it? Oh, because I picked the wrong side. Right. Assign. There we go. And a few more. Great. Plus assign. Yeah, it makes him feel just a little less scary. You need to do a bit more of that too. Oh. Cool. That whole thing could be that, I think. Yes, it can. And then yeah. Under the arms. Hell. Let's see. There we go. That's good. Okay. I think we got ourselves a robot. Yeah. I'm not sure what you're asking me, Cobbler. Most of those parts are modified kit bash. So that's something I took and then changed around and adjusted to be what I wanted. But I don't know if that's your question. Okay. I'm going to make him a bit smaller, I think, because how big is he right now? He's probably quite large. He's pretty big. Let's just see how he sits next to a human. That might be a little small, but maybe not. Well, that kind of reminds me of the spy bot from Mall, so I suppose that's possible. Certainly I was thinking about that when I was making, like I said, kind of the spy bot from Mall and the robots from Disney's Black Hole, and then just whatever weird shit comes up in my brain. I'm into him. I really like that his arms are mounted on his back like that. It's fun. Gets the right height, right size. Yep, we're good with that. Okay. So he took a little longer than I thought he was going to, so I doubt we'll get the whole room done today, but that's fine. We got time. Let's just put him in the center. We're gonna make ourselves a hallway. Mesh, cube, new collection, room, or hallway. Let's call it hallway. There we go. And okay. And object set origin. Yeah. Save. It's going to be 3 meters wide, I think. Just change it here. 3 meters wide. And maybe 20 meters long. Maybe a little longer than that. Let's go 30 meters long. Okay. Then scale and then tab 3 here. Alt E long normals, 3 more meters. So we can do there we go. We're not going to worry about those, but just so now we have hulls down at the other end, we can see where they go. Okay, save. I'm going to mirror it. Yeah, let's mirror it. And two, Control R. Control R. And mirror that way too, right? There we go. And actually, not going to do with mirroring or with that undo. We are going to mirror it, but inset. That'll work better for us. GZ2, maybe just 1. I think 1 might be better. Yeah. Then control bevel. Give us that. And that is our roof arcing like that. I kind of like that. Okay. Our geometry is still reasonably good. Nothing weird happening there. No, we're good. Okay. And A, Shift N, inside. Now, coplanar plus P section. Let's move this to ceiling so we can see what the heck we're doing. Okay. And there's our little robot dude. We can just, so he's going to fly along like that. And then we need some doors. Let's go ahead and, how do we want to do the doors? What's our best way? I think we're just going to use, not him. Okay. Mesh, arc mesh, door. That should be higher up. Did I not make our ceiling higher? All right, well, we can fix that very easily. In this case, there we go. Now we got a 10-foot hall. Door. Lined up. Okay. Now take our door group, or just this, RZ90, cool. And then GY to there, maybe not quite that far over. Well, we know we want it in the middle of the room, right? So our room before was 4 meters wide. Let's open it up and see. Don't remember exactly, but we can figure it out. Okay. So this part is 4 meters wide. This part is 5.8. So I created, because I made it a little wider, but we don't necessarily have to bullshit that. It doesn't have to match exactly. So we're going to say 4.2, so 2.1 meters in the middle. Okay. GY minus 2.1. There we go. Cool. Now, baseboard we don't need, right? Yeah. Not gonna have one. Door frame and door. Great. We can just apply the same array to all three of them. That'll work. Q array. And it's going to be constant offset minus 4.2. Great. That'll work. Then let's see. Door, that, link, copy modifiers. Cool. And our handle, link, copy modifiers. Good deal. And don't think we really need to do this, but just to make sure, there's our whole link, copy modifiers. Is that right? Yeah. It should just be, no, it went huge. That's, well, that shouldn't be right. Let's see. Minus. No, it worked. It is correct. Cool. Undo that. Okay. Now I'm actually going to do one more, though, unfortunately. I realized I could have done all of it at once, but whatever. Now what did I do? Which object am I on? Door frame. Mirror it. Cool. I can just do this each one at a time. Mirror it. Handle. Mirror it. I could have just copied all the modifiers at once and not had to do it twice, but whatever. There we go. We has dorm doors. Woohoo! We might actually do get this thing done in one. Let's see. On our door, that frame was on the side. Battleship mat, the original. And door material. It should be white. Okay. Hey, Zach. So this can be I'm going to look at my robot first. Material. I call this one robot gray, dark gray. Hey, Cozy. Yeah, it has been a while. Okay, so now we can take this and make it paint, plastic paint, battleship matte, not robot dark gray. Come on, you fuckers. I don't want to be that one. All right, fine. We're gonna do it this way. Yeah, it could be battleship matte. Link, materials. Okay, now I can get rid of it. Let's just make sure. Yes, okay. Good. Good. Then this door is going to be white matte. I think these walls are also going to be white matte. And that is going to be metal brass matte. Cool. Now I need to create a baseboard. I will need to do the cut too. Okay. About there. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Normals. Yeah, what do we say? It was 0.025. That's it. That's 1 inch. Cool. And then plus, and that's also going to be battleship. Okay, but now we need to come and grab this object and this and control minus. And we need to come to our Boolean and set our solver options to exact and hole tolerant. Right? Yeah. And we got to fix our floor, which is the easiest way to do that. I think is just going to be coplanar, P separating a different object, remove the Boolean from it. I did not remove the Boolean. Oh, did I remove from the wrong one? Undo. Yeah, this one, remove the Boolean. There we go. Ah, yes, well, mine's a school, so, there's some similarities. Hallways are hallways. Okay, cool. We can come back in, grab this thing. Plus, I went back too far. Assign battleship again. Great. And our floor, we used real-time materials, terrazzo, this one, right? Yeah, that was our floor from the dorm room. So it makes sense the hallways, they kind of have the same floor. Okay, save. Now on our ceiling, everything's very dark, right? We are getting some bleed through. Interesting. We shouldn't be, but those doors are off. So that's an interesting problem. Okay. Why are my doors off? Get rid of the holes for right now. Okay. So hole. I'm going to apply all these. So they're just individual objects, yeah. And then that minus. Oh. I think I know what's going on. I do know what's going on. This, apply that. Apply modifiers failed. Okay, on this one here, apply all. Cool. Now, actually, undo. Hops mirror. Okay, cool. Control minus. No, wrong one. That object. Control minus. Select the right object, Seth. That to that. Cut. And if we go look at this object, there we go. I guess I did apply the Boolean already, which I'm not sure I wanted to do. I'm going to come back a bit. Okay, so now it has its mirror again. Why? Come on. Apply all modifiers. Right? Yes. Okay, so this still has that. Good. This, control minus. Great. Now we're right. Because that has to happen before the Boolean. Otherwise, it gets off. And now it should be correct all the way through. Yes. Cool. Save it. Nice. How do we want to do? That doesn't line up exactly with the doors, but I don't know that it needs to. Kind of interesting if it doesn't actually in some senses. Okay. Great. I'm into that. Okay. 2, 3. Coplanar. Alt E. Great. Going all the way across. Perfect. To this. Now, I don't think we're going to put a door right at the end of the hall just because it'll draw our eyes too much. Sometimes, so this is going to be, we're going to assume this is another hall for the dorm and it's offset. So that's why there's not something there. Okay, our roof default material is going to be, I think, the same white paint. Okay. we have to decide how we want lights. Um, we have, you know, overhead lights in the dorm rooms, as witnessed here. So we could use that and just duplicate it again. I think that might be kind of fun. So let's grab it. And then let's put it paste. There we go. It should be right along the center of that, right? Yeah. GZ down to there. I want to see something. Did I? Yes, I did. Fill. Assign. Okay. Actually, plus assign better. Yes. Steel. Great. Inset. Up. Okay. Now, nice. Tab A, Shift D, GY. Gonna try to do it by I. Okay, cool. Shift D, GY. Five, no. 5.2. Sure, that looks right. And then Shift D, GY, 5.2. Did I do it? Yes. But it doesn't have a thing here. Now it does. Okay. Now, let's see. Yeah, we'll mirror it. That should make it right. Let's see. Yeah, not bad. Maybe we'll take these. Coplanar. Or just, there we go. G. Coplanar. Come and grab them all. Why not? Oh, that's fine because they're all separated. The middle one not get extended? That's odd. Let's do that right first. There we go. Plus assign battleship mat. Cool. Our robot dude's too high up. He's going to hover about here. And I'm thinking this scene is ultimately going to be like a after hours scene. So let's cut this down to like 25. It's a very dark. Look at those weird shadows or, like light reflections it casts. It's fun. Maybe even 15. Dark. We'll have to maybe boost his light up some. Make his eyes glow. eyes. Emission. Do they glow now? We can just kind of, let's go look. Where's our emission? Emission. Lens. See, tab. Oh, that's fine. Should be glowing more. Why not? I might just change it around. Strength 50, which is not transmitting enough. It is a fancy hallway. I think we're just going to change his eyes. Tab, come here. Okay. Hide. Okay. It's just frustrating me. And I don't like being frustrated. So I'm going to make that a new one. Pure glass? Yeah. Okay. And then GY, bring it out, not that far. Minus 0.001. And then hide it. Unhide. Shift D. GY 0.01. Assign. I'm going to change that material to, just to see if that works. No. Okay, so that's that. Hide. Wow. So I got his eye there. Then Shift D. GY. Cool. Assign. There we go. So now he has eyes. This is going to be a new one. Just going to make it as eye emit. And then we're going to stop today. But color, red. Cool. So now his eyes glow through as he's going there. Great. We're not quite done this hallway yet, but we're in good shape. And we got our robot done. So that's not bad for today. We'll finish up the hallway in a bit. But in the meantime, here's our bot. I'm liking him. I think he's going to be good. So we'll try finishing up the hallway and then add something else probably on Tuesday because Monday is a holiday in Canada and I shall not be here. But I hope everybody has a great weekend and I will be back again next week to keep working on the project. Take care.